This is coverage you can count on. WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
I heard pop, pop, pop like 8 times.
Gunfire in a York County neighborhood almost hitting a woman inside her home. How she feels now, knowing police have not yet arrested a shooter.
Also, the investigation continues into the second assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump. Hear what both sides of the aisle are saying about political violence.
Commitment 2024 coverage this morning, as today is National Voter Registration Day. We'll tell you the deadlines you need to know so you can cast your ballot this November.
The Wrightsville Bridge could be closed for 3 years. How you can make your voice heard tonight depend on it.
And we start this hour at 6 o'clock with a live look over our Harrisburg Skycam. Good morning and thanks for being with us on this Tuesday. I'm Caitlin Smith.
I'm Matt Barcaro. Regina's in with our commute this morning. Still looking all right?
Yeah.
Very good. Chief Meteorologist Christine Ferreira has our forecast, and this continues to just be a storyline that we're following this fall.
It's been kind of quiet and it's been rainless for the past couple of what seems to be weeks. We do have an isolated shower chance today, and there's a better chance of a few showers tonight into tomorrow. So at least midweek we have a chance, and that's saying a lot because it has been just so dry lately. Right now, temperature check, it's 51 in Selinsgrove, one of our coolest spots, most likely getting some breaks in the clouds. Other spots under the clouds are well into the 60s this morning. You'll also notice it's not quite as dry as it was yesterday. Those dew points sneaking up ever so slightly, so it might feel a little sticky today. Here's the 12-hour forecast. Our high is around 80 degrees. We'll see clouds this morning and then some peaks of sun as we head into the afternoon. Overall, pretty uneventful today, but we bring back the shower chance tomorrow. It's something to talk about finally, for me at least.
Well, and the flooding in the Carolinas is so significant. Can't we get a piece of that? You know, I don't want flooding, but you know, they're getting all that rain.
That's what we were hoping for, that tropical system that made landfall there yesterday. It's not coming our way. It's going to kind of dissipate to our south.
Okay.
All right. Well, at least we have a little bit of a cooler day today, and you get to enjoy that a little bit out there. Not so much of that heat that will make you sweat out there, which is, you know, my favorite thing, right? All right, 6:02 on the clock for you. If you're heading out right now, I'm not seeing any issues across the Susquehanna Valley. No crashes, no slowdown, so you should be able to get to work on time. However, today is the last day for Route 30 inspections along Walnut Street, East Lampeter Township. So that's going to be happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So expect some westbound right and left lane closures. However, tomorrow and Thursday, they're going to be working on the westbound Route 30 off ramp. So this is Route 272. That's between 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday. Expect some closures as well, and flaggers out there working. Just make sure you give those folks a lot of space and time to do what they have to do. Some drive times are heading out 30 eastbound York to Columbia, 13 minutes. If you're traveling to Lancaster from York, that's a 23-minute drive. We'll have another check coming up in just a little bit.
This has been a Lancaster Toyota traffic report.
We are following breaking news right now. Crews are battling a barn fire in Lancaster County. It's happening along Lime Valley Road near Twin Elm Road. That's near Strasburg Township. And emergency dispatchers do say that this started around 5:30 this morning. Still ongoing. Crews still at the scene there. So right now we don't know if there are any injuries. We will continue to follow this story for you. Also here at 6:03, Republicans and Democrats are demanding answers in the aftermath of that second assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump.
They're denouncing political violence, but they don't agree on what is causing it. News 8's Amy Luz in our Washington bureau with reaction from lawmakers. Amy?
Matt and Caitlin, while there is bipartisan condemnation from here in Washington, Trump and his campaign are blaming his opponents for the attacks.
In a social media interview,
I was playing golf with some of my friends.
Trump recounted the moments surrounding the attempts on his life, one in Florida, the other in Pennsylvania.
The Democrats, when they talk about threat to democracy and all of this, and it seems that both of these people were radical lefts.
The investigation in Pennsylvania hasn't uncovered the political leanings of the shooter, while the suspect in Florida expressed support for Democrats and Republicans.
No one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. The left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out.
While in Washington,
in America, our democracy flows from the ballot box, not from the barrel of a gun.
A unifying message.
No place in political violence in America. None. Zero. Never.
And Trump will be back on the campaign trail today, hosting a town hall in Michigan tonight. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou, WGAL News 8.
Right now, York City police looking for a suspect who shot an 18-year-old. We first brought you this as breaking news yesterday morning as the shooting had happened along East King Street. It happened around midnight. Police say the victim is expected to recover. Also, Northern York County Regional Police continue to look for suspects in connection with a shootout that happened over the weekend. Residents in Manchester Township say several bullets went through their homes on Sunday night. One person we spoke with who did not want to be on camera says a bullet went through her bathroom wall, then hit her bedroom wall just a foot above where she was sitting.
I'm just scared. I don't think I caught anyone. And I just keep thinking, why did this happen here? Why? And I know, more and more that things happen anywhere, and it happened here. I just really don't feel safe.
Police are now asking anyone with security footage or doorbell video or information about what happened to come forward.
This morning, we now know the name of a man killed in a shooting in Harrisburg. Officers say 38-year-old Thomas Davenport was shot and killed Friday. This happened along the first block of North 14th Street. That shooting led to a large police response with officers in tactical gear, as they did believe the shooting suspect was still in that area. Now, the suspect was not found during that search, and there have so far not been any arrests.
In Lancaster County, the trial of a Florida man charged with homicide by vehicle is set to resume this morning. 40-year-old Cesar Torres is charged in a crash that killed 21-year-old Brandy Casper and her brother Lenny, who was 18 and about to graduate from Hempfield High School. In court yesterday, investigators say Torres ran a red light on Route 72 in East Petersburg and hit the Caspers' pickup truck, causing it to flip over and explode. Attorneys for Torres claim that he was not reckless and that instead it was a tragic accident. But the DA's office disagrees, saying Torres had time to slow down or stop, but did not.
New this morning, Sean Diddy Combs is now in police custody after being arrested in a New York City hotel yesterday. The charges against the rapper aren't known yet, but this does follow a wave of lawsuits filed against him related to sexual assaults and an ongoing federal investigation. That investigation was just made public in March when federal agents searched his properties in Los Angeles and Miami. We are expecting to learn more about those exact charges that he's facing later this morning.
Now to Commitment 2024 coverage, and we are just 49 days away from the general election.
And today is National Voter Registration Day. News 8's Jay Scott Smith is here with the dates you may need to remember. Jay.
Yes, good morning, everybody. And the date that you're really going to need to remember is this one. October 21st. That's a little more than a month from today. That's the last day to register to vote here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Now, right now, if you scan that QR code that you see just down below me here on the screen, it will take you to our website where we have a link to check your voter registration status. Now, President Biden was in Philadelphia on Monday, where he spoke at the National HBCU Conference, and he condemned Sunday's assassination attempt on Donald Trump and stressed the importance of getting out to vote.
In America, we resolve our differences peacefully at the ballot box, not at the end of a gun. America suffered too many times the tragedy of an assassin's bullet. It solves nothing and just tears the country apart.
Now, the president also released this statement yesterday for National Voter Registration Day, where he encouraged every eligible American to make sure that they're registered to vote. So once again, to make sure that you're registered to vote, you want to check out that QR code. You see it right here next to me. It's going to take you directly to our website, and it'll have all the info you need to make sure that you're ready to vote on November 5th. Plus, we'll show you this QR code again later on in the hour. I'm Jay Scott Smith, WGAL News 8.
All right, thanks, Jay. Mail-in ballots are now set to be arriving in Pennsylvania voters' mailboxes for those who requested them. Court cases about third-party candidates and which ones would be on the ballot, that caused some delays in sending out the ballots. But after a decision yesterday in the state Supreme Court finalizing the ballots, election leaders say they are now back on track.
It's a relief. It's really good. Our staff works really hard to make sure everything is ready to go, and we get those ballots ready for voters as soon as possible. We know how important it is to voters. We want to be able to make sure that they have that. So we're really feeling good.
It still could be several weeks before voters are getting their mail-in ballots in the mail. Lancaster County specifically, they say that voters can expect mail-in ballots in their mailboxes around the first week in October.
Happening today, you've got a chance to see some big plans for a bridge construction project.
News 8's Jake Reyes is live from the Columbia-Wrightsville Bridge in York County. With this closure will be coming at some point, Jake, we know, and it's going to be an extended one as well.
That's right, Matt. It's expected to be a 3-year closure. And as you can see, people use this bridge even at this hour. And that closure can happen sometime between 2027 and 2031. Now, last week, those plans were revealed online to the community. And tonight is an opportunity for members of the community to express their concerns with this project. Now, the scope of work for this project includes addressing structural weaknesses on the bridge. There will also be improvements for cyclists and pedestrians by adding wayfinding signs, pavement markings, and sidewalk upgrades. Online plans also reveal there will be upgrades nearby the bridge, and this includes construction of a central median on the Lancaster County side and a roundabout on the York County side to calm the flow of traffic. Tonight in Columbia, Lancaster County, the plans will be presented at an open house, and PennDOT says those impacted by construction are invited to ask questions and make comments.
It's a historic bridge. Columbia and Wrightsville are both historic communities. So there will be some impacts. We're expecting to close the bridge for about 3 years. So, you know, we really want to know what the public has to say about it.
Now, the open house could dictate how construction will look in the next few years, but PennDOT says this is also an opportunity to comment on the project's potential effect upon cultural resources. The event will be held at Columbia Market House on 15th South 3rd Street from 5 to 8 this evening, and meter parking in the Columbia Borough will be free after noon today to accommodate attendees. Now, in case you can't make the open house, you can also make comments online, and you can do that on PennDOT's District 8 website. Reporting live in Wrightsville, York County, Jake Reyes, WGAL News 8.